Willow Smith, ELLE, take one.
My first memory of a woman in music? I'm trying to think. I guess it was probably The Little Mermaid.
Probably Julie Andrews.
Gladys Knight.
Of course, Whitney Houston. I definitely have to say Whitney.
Annie Lennox.
Kate Bush, probably.
And the first poignant one was the Spice Girls.
Monica.
Sound of Music, yeah.
Probably the greatest love of all. Yeah.
My brother had a lot of Eurythmics records.
My mom used to listen to her a lot, and my dad as well.
She was one of the first concerts I ever went to as a little girl.
Like, I was 8 or something, you know?
That was the first time I was really moved by music. I was young, I was like 7 or 8.
I've been singing her songs since I was at least 7.
I wanna be that. So good.
I remember dancing and singing to that and going to see the musical.
I remember really getting into her voice.
That, I think, was that was the first time I think I saw like a female character sing, and I just think
It was the first time I felt like part of a movement, and I felt quite inspired that women were doing it. But I'm not really that fussed about women in music. The main thing that comes to my mind is that they haven't got a dick. But it's like people are surprised that women do music. Like, we always get lumped in together. But yeah, I'm not really bothered by it, but Spice Girls.
I never dreamed about being a musician or ever considered it. I basically started really getting into music when my brother brought home like the Madness record. And then that was like that age where you're trying to kind of figure out who you are, and it was like all these English groups that we got into, all this ska music, and that sort of, I don't know, it kind of defined my style, and just it kind of created the person that I am right now.
Yeah, it was all really my brother's records that were the first records I heard. And yeah, I guess it would have been Annie Lennox, Eurythmics, Hypergraphic. I guess that all took root when I was little.
I didn't even really know I could sing. And then we had like a high school talent show, and we played On My Radio by The Selector. That night, that band became like our real band, and the name of that band was Apple Core. And I don't know, we like practiced a couple times. And then No Doubt happened when I was about 17.
I think I was catapulted into the pop industry without really planning for it myself. It just happened, and it was great. It was fun and exciting, and I learned a lot, but it wasn't anything I had chosen. It just kind of happened.
It was so much fun, and it was not thought out. It wasn't a dream. It was our procrastination to everything else in our life. We would do our flyers at Kinko's, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, I know you guys. That was like, wow, our band's like getting known. And then on a commercial level, like hearing Just a Girl on K-Rock for the first time, like you just knew, like that song just had this magic to it. Who knew? Like in the middle of grunge, Just a Girl would like get on the radio and
Favorite current song. We don't sleep when the sun goes down. We don't waste no precious time. All my friends in the loop, making up for teenage crime.
Favourite song right now? Well, at the moment, it's only Nicki Minaj, which obviously is never going to inspire one of my albums. I don't think I'd get away with it like she does.
Jessie J, because she has such a beautiful voice.
Rihanna's new album, Only Girl in the World. Amazing.
I love I Got This. I Got This, which Stargate did. Then I love Alicia's stuff too.
Teenage Crime by Adrian Lux.
It's The Cave by Mumford & Sons. Yeah. I'm not singing it for you.
Can you tell I'm faking it?
I think for me, before I ever was a songwriter, I felt very like a passive type person, you know? I didn't know what I was gonna do. I wasn't really good at school. I just sort of was in love with my boyfriend. And when I started songwriting, like when I actually wrote my first lyrics, and that was when me and my boyfriend were breaking up, that's when everything changed in my life. Having that creative outlet and discovering it, I think that was the key to everything for me.
As a songwriter, I write a lot from personal experience, and the boys also like to take advantage of my personal life in the writing room. We just talk about things, and I try to write about, you know, just the emotions that we all feel. I'm both. I'm a singer and a songwriter, yeah. I just write about my ex-boyfriends because I can't talk about it. Just write and sing about it instead. Although I sing ballads, I'm actually quite sarcastic. I'm heavily influenced by Wanda Jackson, who I discovered while touring America. So it's kind of got that fierce attitude thing that she has, like you wouldn't want to fuck with her, but at the same time she's really vulnerable, which is one of my main traits.
Well, I have a theory that songs are in this way, they're sort of incantations. You're invoking something, you're saying it out loud 1,000,000 times, and they can become self-fulfilling prophecies. So a few weird things came true because I said them 500 times in the form of raising my voice into a microphone and like telling the universe or whatever's listening, and they really became true. I really superstitiously believe now that they're kind of like casting spells.
If I knew what got me inspired, I would try and do that all the time. Unfortunately, I don't. It could be a word, or it could start with a beat. You know, I wrote with every heartbeat in my car. Sometimes I work on a song for years. Sometimes it just happens in minutes. It's random.
You know, when you're making music, it's such a personal thing. You're almost making music. You're making music that pleases you, and you kind of think, you know, who the fuck else would listen to this? And so it's really amazing to me how many people have taken it so to heart.
Don't look down. Broken hearts and broken dreams. Baby, nothing's broken as it seems. Gotta find a way to let it show. I know that there's a higher place to go. Don't look down. Something like that.
Don't look down. Broken hearts and broken dreams. Baby, nothing's broken as it seems.
Oh, I love Jennifer Hudson. We've always done things together, and she's always sung before me, and it's just so embarrassing because she's just flawless every time she sings it. I'd like to know if and how Jennifer Hudson warms up.
Adele, I don't do any warm-ups. I just get up and sing. Like my grandmother used to say, stand flat-foot and sing. And so I sing in my sleep. I sing as soon as I get up. And I don't know, I figure once you sing through something so many times, it just comes out.
I grew up around a stage, and I've done it for a while now, so I feel comfortable in a way that I wasn't before. And the show I do with my band is pretty simple, you know, there's no pyrotechnics. We just try to make people dance.
I was kind of like hanging out with a lot of like guys, punk bands, but they were the kind of the first performers I saw and the first people to really command a stage, and it was almost shamanic, you know, the way that they would direct a crowd, and they would be grabbing people by the forehead and like shaking them like they were being baptized, and everyone would be kind of in fits and up on the stage and crowd surfing, and I always kind of wanted that from music. And then when you're on stage, you know, it's that same feeling. Something just takes over you and you become completely involved in the story and in the music.
I knew that one thing we had a lot of confidence about was playing live, you know. We hadn't ever really played for that big of an audience, an arena crowd and stuff, and we were opening, and we just knew, like, we had, like, you know, 20 minutes to go up there and just kind of kill it. And every night was like, ha.
I think one thing that I'm really, really proud of is that when I do shows and I look out over the audience, there's, you know, girls from the hood, and there's a huge gay audience, and there's like these nerdy gothy kids and white 35-year-old males. I'm like, what are you guys all doing in this room together? But it makes me happy, you know, that that's what my audience is like. I'm really proud of that.
How we gonna be just friends? If you're for real and not pretend, then I guess you can hang with me. When my patience wearing thin, when I'm ready to give in, will you pick me up again?
Does she think I could do the hair dance? I mean, I know it's short and everything, but I'd love to try.
When I whip my hair back and forth, I get dizzy afterward. I feel like your music, if you're saying be yourself and don't let anybody tell you that's wrong, I should be myself and wear what I want to wear. So I kind of put on what speaks to me. Like if I'm feeling happy, I'll put on like bright colors. If I'm feeling like kind of weird, I'll put on like purple or something. Yeah.
You know, I like my feminine side as well. Like, I like the glamour, and I like to get dressed up, and I like hair and makeup and costumes and all that stuff. But once I got all made up, I had to give it, you know what I mean? Like, I had an all-guy skater, you know, punk rock, like, audience. It was special to be a girl and be able to do that, you know? But also really challenging, because it kind of didn't think people were going to really take me seriously, and some of them didn't, so I had to get my attitude on with them.
There's something to be said about a girl being in a band with a bunch of guys, and it shows the power of a woman and the presence that they can have. I think the neatest part about being in a band, but also having guys that sing too, it's like you can talk about so many different topics.
The biggest thing that changed was when I got married. Suddenly the band becomes like the, you know, I was married to those guys basically my whole life. Having a baby, wow, that's like, changes everything. That really changes it, because the guys in the band, they all have kids, but it's not the same. Like, they're not the mom, so going on tour and still nursing the baby and like doing that before you're going to be going on stage and then coming off stage, it's very physical, but somehow I've managed to make it work.
I have a question for David, who's her little boy, which is, what's his favorite song to hear Jennifer sing?
I always sing, I got the cutest little baby in the whole wide world, and he gets to dance into it. And that's a little song that I made up for him. He goes through the house and he be getting it. But he loves music though. He's like my little angel, and he's always there, and it just feels good to know that I have family there with me and with me at all times, and he's so full of joy.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna run, wanna see them dancing, running around on those, what you call them? Feet, up where they run, up where they play, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. This is the really sad bit. Wish I could be part of their world. Oh yeah, that was the move, wasn't it? She goes, I fulfilled my dream.
I still mainly listen to Etta James and Carole King and Aretha Franklin and Karen Dalton.
Iggy Pop and Tom Waits.
Laurie Anderson.
Lisa in the Cult Jam.
Beyonce.
Christina Aguilera. Yep.
I wanna run, smash into you.
Technotronic and KLF.
Eminem.
June Carter.
Angela Moore from Fishbone.
Alicia Keys.
And then a Cherry.
Dolly Parton.
I always listen to Prince.
Reba McEntire.
Emmylou Harris, I love her.
Oh, I love Jennifer Hudson.
Joni Mitchell.
Adele. Oh my God, I love you so much. When the rain is blowing in your face.
Gwen Stefani.
Barbara Streisand.
She's like my teen idol. Tragic Kingdom was such a huge album for me.
Oh God, got to ask her one thing. To not ask her a million things. How does it feel to be so fucking awesome?
The last 2 years have completely changed my life. I've been extremely lucky, and I feel very, very grateful for everything that's happened to me, because this is what I love doing.
You'd never expect when you sit, you know, in a writing room with your bandmates to write a song that this is possible. I mean, you can dream it, but for it to be reality is just amazing.
I don't know, I took 2 years off, and I completely back to a very satisfyingly selfish space. Yeah, we're gonna start recording in a couple of weeks.
My sophomore album is me, you know, and I'm loving everything about it. I finally get to be Jennifer.
I'm touring. Yeah. Then I'm gonna start working on a new album.
It's about finished. We're sort of touching it up a little bit, but I think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be really fun. There's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Our biggest goal is to make good records, you know, and try to outdo ourselves. Lately, we've just been living more in the moment, more than ever, because now we're in the middle of writing and we're enjoying just doing that part of it. Sharing with everyone, well, that will be really fun too, but For me, it's like more the journey nowadays, because otherwise you just are always like chasing the future, and that is just, then all of a sudden it's over. We really are enjoying the moment.
My name is Robin, and I am a Konnichiwa bitch.
My name is Willow Smith, and I am a singer.
My name's Adele, and I am a girl from North London.
My name is Hillary Scott, and I am a dog.
My name is Leslie Feist, and I'm a musician.
My name is Jennifer Hudson, and I am a supermodel.
My name is Florence Welsh, and I am a mermaid.
My name is Gwen Stefani, and I am a woman in music.